you, Dean John.
Thank you. Chairman Kim, President Endicott, Dean June, professors, parents, friends, fellow graduates, good afternoon. I am elated at the opportunity given to me to read the MBA valedictory speech, to deliver the MBA valedictory speech of the 2012 MBA class. I am humbled and I count myself privileged by this honorary role, and I say thank you to Sawbridge and to you fellow graduating students, without whom there would have been no class and course to stand here today. Today marks the end. It also marks the beginning. Yes, the very beginning for the MBA 2012 graduating class. Today captures the collegial memories of dreams won and lost together at any rate, and at the same time becomes the signature tune of our entry into the real world, where character, endurance, and persistent perseverance marks the stories of those whose footprints will be engraved in the sands of time. It is said that the disease of ignorance can only be cured in the school of knowledge. That is what we have gained here in Sawbridge. It was torturous at times. It was like swimming in a crocodile-infested river. At other times, we were exasperated, came to class with sleepy eyes, and prepared our reports overnight. The good news is that it was worth the struggle. We owe our thanks to all our professors, past and present, whose guiding graces marked the watershed of the very intellectual essence that brought us here in the very first place. I would like to seize this opportunity to give special thanks to Professor Kota for imbuing in us an analytical skill. You really need to know him because he can stretch us to the level that we really need to think, in fact, think so much. To Professor Singh for the simplicity and fun he brings to teaching. To Professor Olsen for the priceless advice she gave to me on my first semester in Sawbridge. Really, because when I came to Sawbridge, she was teaching accounting. And that was the very first time in my life I'm taking accounting. I failed my midterm. And she encouraged me so much that I worked so hard. And I think that was what led to my rejuvenation to be here today. Also to you, Professor Das, for encouraging us and teaching us how to write academic papers. And to Professors Miller, Boyd, as well as Professor Zhang for all your hard work for us. My warm respect to Professors Kim and Song for your kindness to us and for being my academic referees. We also appreciate Dean June and President Endicott for playing a great role in providing us with this great faculty and creating excellent programs like the CEO Mentoring Program, Wise Men, and Platinum Lecture Series. These programs are very useful to us. I also want to thank Deborah and all 5th floor staff for their hard work for us. More than thanks, we also bring success in our endeavors. My profound gratitude goes to my parents for their love and care. Also to my uncle and his wife, Ambassador and Mrs. Desmond Akao, for not only seeing to my financial needs here, but also for their advice, motivation, and love. To you, Aka, Auntie Flora, Harold, Raphael, and Daniel, for being there for me and preparing delicious meal each time I visit Seoul. And to my friends, Leo, Celeste, James, Kik, the Jessica, Miss Manley, the only Miss Manley in Sobridge, Annabelle, Yen Yen, Vasamon, Kani, Dennis, and Sake for making me a better person. I also want to thank everyone who contributed to this epoch-making event. I say thank you. The whole essence of our gathering here today as graduates is not only to be married and be presented with certificates, but most importantly, to be commissioned for greatness and excellence in whichever course we choose to chart. My fellow graduates, we have undergone drills from our referred and elective courses and have been taught leadership, teamwork, accountability, and proper decision-making techniques. This has equipped us with the skills to increase in learning, aptitude to succeed, abilities, and creativity to make a difference, to work to meet the needs, and to assist in solving the problems that face our world, bearing in mind that a man who lives for himself is a failure, even though he is wealthy. According to Ted Levy, the future belongs to people who seize responsibility before it becomes obvious. You would agree with me that businesses are triggered by problems, ideas, dreams, opportunity, government legislation, business requirements, and market demand. Consider that which is taking place around the world, the emerging market, pollution, going green, international trade, and world financial recovery. Consider them. What do we see? Do we see opportunity is nowhere or opportunity is now here? Remember, we are taught that wherever we find a problem, that there are business opportunities. Find them and be triggered for greatness. For great men are ordinary men with extraordinary determination. Think outside the box. Look at things not as they are, but as they can be. As we leave Sobridge today, may we not remember the A's we never made, the scholarships we never had, the friends we never met, the food we never ate, and the love we never found. But may we remember the smiles on faces which we call, the laughter of friends whom we love, the smell of kimchi that we ate, the peace of our school, Sobridge, which we cherish, and the echoes of truth which we told. I want to thank you especially, fellow graduates, for making our classes interactive, educating, and fun. Finally, in the words of Martin Luther King Jr., if you cannot fly, run. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. By all means, keep on moving. Keep on moving, fellow graduates. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you, Temple.